Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. It is still, as you can see. Y'all want that? Y'all like that, don't you? I know you don't. So, I gotta talk about this. And we're gonna come back with content by request. After this, we're gonna talk about something that Charisma 808. Very important because it does happen for some. We're going to get into some of the things he requested. But, man, it's crazy. Just when I was feeling better, now the weather that creates problems for me physically is back. So I got to move somewhere warm, man. What I want to talk about is childish work environments. And it's reason why I feel the need to talk about this. I said once before, you always gonna have people that you cool with, that you like, but it's in most work environments nowadays, due to social media, which, man, I did one on that. But I got to see if I even uploaded. I got to look at my list of videos. Which, on these jobs, man, social media is the big key contributor to what a lot of us experience at work. Now, stay-at-home wives, stay-at-home girlfriends, it's easy for them to say, just do your job and go home. But how many people gonna even let you do that? If you don't look the way they want, talk the way they want, act the way they want, a lot of people on these jobs will distance themselves from you. They do. And you gotta be able to take it and keep doing what you do. Because you should know, especially if you've been tuning in to my channel, how it be. This is what people do. These people ain't worth 2 squirts of diarrhea, SHIT, sorry, Most High. That's just the way it is, man. When you go to work, you gotta go to work for you. Like, if you all by yourself, you all by yourself. You should be used to being by yourself anyway. But this is what I didn't like about high school. See, y'all notice how in middle school and elementary school, it was more friendly, welcoming. You had your battles, you had your fights, you had people you didn't like at every stage of school. But the thing that I didn't like the most about high school is the thing that most of us experience the most in the workplace, and that's the clickiness. The clickiness. When I was in high school, again, I was cool with some people, a lot of dudes from my neighborhood, but at school, I really didn't be around them as much because they used to skip. Well, I did too, but who's keeping score? I didn't do it like they did. They was just crazy with it. But high school was clicky. Like, if you kept to yourself, people distanced themselves from you. The only people that really dealt with you, and that's why I was surprised in high school when I walked across the stage, how loud it got. Like, I got more cheers than some of the popular people. And that's because they gaslight each other, yo. People be gaslighting each other. Like, I walked across the stage, I said, oh boy, this finna be embarrassing. I'm thinking it was gonna be cricket quiet. It was like, such and such. They was like, yeah. Loud cheers. I had a couple family members there, but it was a lot of people that I went to school with that was cheering too. I mean, I was cool with some people. Like, some of them are on my Facebook page. The people that I wasn't cool with like that, I be seeing their Facebook, and man, hold on. I be seeing their Facebook. Wait, I gotta check my charge. Okay, I'm good. And I just scroll on past it. Like, it was this one dude, I ain't gonna say his name, but we never really got into it or anything, but I didn't like dude, and I don't believe he liked me, because I didn't like him because of how he used to look at me. And one day, I was in a bad mood. I was finna say, man, I'm tired of you looking at me like that, man. You wanna fight? Like, what you trying to do? What's happening? That's what we used to say back then. But I had already had a fight where they tried to kick me out of school. So I had to be cool. I'm like, in my mind, I was saying, F dude. He ain't nobody. He think, because he got a little job, dressing and stuff, you ain't nothing. He'll rob you. That's what I'm thinking. Because, see, I used to get on grimy stuff when I didn't like somebody. Other than that, I was cool. Like, went to school, did my work. That's how I got in PAT. I got in PAT not because I had the highest grades, but because they looked at how much school I missed and the grades that I had. Like, man, he need to be in there. He's too smart for these classes. And so they put me in PAT. But I didn't like the clickiness. Like, you ever notice how you cringe when there's finna be a work meeting or a or a training? You get the cringing. You're like, oh boy, here we go with the high school stuff. Now my voice is cracking. But I'm gonna just keep going. Like, I used to be like, here we go with the high school stuff. Oh boy. I hated trainings. I just wanted to come to work, go to my pod. If I had a partner, deal with my partner. Deal with the people that, was pleasant towards me, and go home. Every stage of work. This was weird. The only job that I ever had that wasn't clicky was in Texas. Well, it was a little bit, but it wasn't like that. It wasn't like noticeable. You had to be in tune. And that's when I worked at that Luxottica. It wasn't clicky. Almost all the rest of my jobs were clicky. It seems like, shockingly, the jobs that I had in Texas were the least clicky. The jobs here, clicky. Wisconsin, oh, come on now. Clicky. And I be having to school my sons up like, man, forget them people. Just keep doing your job, man. That's just how people is. Social media and stuff like that. Everybody want a good friend, man, but social media, a lot of us ain't gonna never have no friend again. And some of us ain't never had one mainly because of social media. It makes everything about status, about looks. If you might look good, but you might not have a desired look. The preferred look. So people ignore you. Even if you might not be a bad looking person. That's just how it is now, man. You gotta enjoy your life. You gotta realize that these people ain't worth a damn, excuse my language. That's just the truth. That's the truth. I mean, you see what TD Jakes just did. That's the truth. How many people had confidence and faith in him? And I ain't trying to kick him, but he just makes such a good example as to how all of that went down. And now they say more victims are coming forward. That's what they say. So it's the clickiness. The clickiness is high school. So we just said in class, we had to do a physical exercise. And it's like, it was like, let me see, like maybe 3 or 4 people. Everybody cheering them on because they the loudest in the class. They talked the most, trying to, talk to everybody. But the people that was more reserved, they wasn't cheering for them as much. That's what happens in workplace. Don't be alarmed. Just, it's okay for you to say, man, I can't wait till 3 o'clock. Because if you in these clicky work environments, of course you're going to be watching the clock. Perfectly fine. Of course you're going to want to have you a cocktail or a drink when you don't got to go around these childish, because clickiness, that's what it is. It's just childish. Like, and one of the instructors, I said, man, you a Libra, ain't you? Because, like, the things he was saying, like, he hates that. Like, he said something that Libras would say. He said he hates words like idiot and stupid, because the person that you call stupid, he said, I guarantee you they better at something than you. That's Libra talk. That's how Libras talk. So I said, man, I know you a Libra. He just, everything, team fairness. I said, you a Libra, man. I said, what's your birthday? He said, September 25th. I said, I knew it. Look at this bozo. He said September 25th, but I already knew he was a Libra. I know what gets him upset. I know what gets him positively emotional. Because one thing y'all got to realize about the signs is that the characteristics are accurate. Like, most people that were born in the same time frame as you is going to have similarities to you. They're going to like a lot of the stuff you like. Like, Libras hate show-offs. Libras hate when it's a team environment and people make it competitive, try to make it a competition. Libras hate that. And a lot of your arguments as Libras are gonna come from that. Like, you gotta learn how to be a Libra. I know what you don't like. You don't like micromanaging. It's gonna set you off. But you gotta realize, man, that's how it is, man. It's clicky in these work environments. Micromanagement gonna set you off. Favoritism gonna set you off. Loud mouths gonna set you off. Not having freedom, not being able to be outside gonna set you off. Like, y'all hear me complaining about the snow. The reason I don't like the snow is because it takes away some of your freedom. It takes away your freedom to drive at a normal speed. Some guys be having them big old trucks and I be seeing them skidding around too. If you ever see a truck skidding around, you already know you can't drive as fast. So these work environments are clicky, man. I would tell you, if you hate your job, especially you're a Libra, get your money right first. They're gonna drive you nuts. I believe Libras had the hardest time in the workplace unless they working around people who are good team players, not selfish, not too cocky. Libras don't like that. We know the difference between confidence and cockiness. And we get along with certain signs to a certain extent. Well, all the signs do things to get on our nerves. Like that two-faced stuff, with Geminis. And a lot of, they can't help themselves, man. They can't help themselves. But the positive side of Geminis, and we gonna get into that as well. I just ain't had time to just sit back and recollect on that. But the positive side of Geminis is they have the intelligence to understand what a Libra is saying. But They could be two-faced. They could play both sides. You know, I be studying this stuff, y'all. Like how Libras will get along with Capricorns for a while. And then the Capricorn is going to do something to get on their nerve. And they're gonna back up from it. That's just how it be. Now, the workplace is a terrible place for a Libra. Terrible. Especially the modern day workplace where, you know, Libra's gonna be about justice and fairness. Like, even if a Libra was rainbow, let's say a Libra was rainbow, most of them, they're gonna say things like, I know this ain't what the Bible teach, but that's how they gonna think. When they not like that, they're gonna be like, well, if they show me respect, I'm gonna show them respect. I ain't gonna worry about what they do. That's Libras. So, my sign is a perfect example as to dealing with the workplace, because we had the hardest time in the workplace. The way the workplace is now, we had the hardest time because it's so clicky. But I've learned to adjust, because what's the alternative? To be broke? Because I've been broke at times, leaving jobs prematurely. I'll admit that. I can admit that. Some jobs, that was the thing to do. It was just the right thing to do. You know, other jobs, I could have put up with a little more. One job, I knew they was finna try to make us do such. If y'all know what I'm talking about. What came around in 2019. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I knew it was coming. Everything else was getting on my nerves, so I said, you know what? I just put in my resignation. You ain't making me do that. You not making me do that. But they too clicky, man. The popular, every job has like 5 people that people be literally kissing their butt. They might well pull their pants down and just let them plant one right on their butt cheek. That's how much people be kissing up to the popular people at work. And what's weird is a lot of the people that's popular at work, they ain't popular nowhere else. The only place they popular is at work. But anyway, we're gonna be back with more videos. I got one uploading right now. Just I know it's like old fashioned, and the people really don't let you do that no more. But we still gotta try to just do our jobs and go home. I know people now have a problem with you for being like that. They think you're supposed to amuse and entertain them at work. Man, get your personal life together. You shouldn't need me to amuse and entertain you at work. So, thanks for watching. Keep tuning in for more videos.